Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Talk H.P. Lovecraft. Please subscribe. Alright guys, next review in my ongoing series of H.P. Lovecraft short fiction reviews. Today's review is of The Descendant, probably written in 1927 at some point, published in the journal Leaves in 1938 after Lovecraft's death. It's a short story, or very short story rather. Some have called it a story fragment. I think that's an inaccurate name because it actually is a complete story. It's just short. I would go with microfiction. But the gist of it is a quiet old man lives in an inn called Gray's Inn. He lives alone with his cat. Talks to no one, reads constantly. But there's a young man who's interested in him, wants to know more. He befriends him and basically forces himself upon him. Williams is interested in the occult, and when he comes across a copy of the Necronomicon for sale for a very cheap sum, when there's only 5 other known copies in the world, all under lock and key, he of course brings it up, and he's proud to show it to the old man, who reads vigorously. The old man finally opens up, and he tells him that his name is Lord Northam. He's a 19th Baron of an ancient line that is believed to predate Roman Britain. The old man describes that he finds basically the waking world very unsatisfying because he remembers of his time growing up in the family castle, and there were rumors that the castle had been built over a hidden cave, and that cave he thinks must have affected his dreams, and the implication is that the cave is almost like a real-world gate into the dreamlands, which he longs to return to. After years of consuming every type of religion and occult magic and philosophy that he can, he still failed to find a way back into the dreamlands. But perhaps this copy of the Necronomicon, once deciphered, will be his portal back to the dreamlands. Lord Northam, he seems to me very much like another version of Randolph Carter, who spent time in the Dreamlands and then longed to get back. I think the message here is about being, bewitched by the splendor of imagination, and then the way that, for some people, the imaginative world, the arts, if you will, their inspiration, but I think there can also be a danger when you've spent so much time in these fantasy worlds and you sort of long for that life, and maybe it makes the real world feel a little bit more dull. But on the other hand, imagination is good. That's why Lovecraft is creating these things, but I almost kind of wonder if maybe he was feeling here maybe a little bit of longing for something else. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you'll find your copy of the Necronomicon soon and find your way into the Dreamlands, but if not, you can always tune in here and listen to my reviews. This one, itty bitty little story, take you 5 minutes to read, totally worth the time, give you a lot to think about, and I highly recommend it. So, once again, if you've not subscribed, please do so. Rolling through the complete fiction of H.P. Lovecraft now, down to the last dozen or so stories to review. Next story up is The Very Old Folk. Look for that video coming soon. Alright guys, until next time, keep it creepy.